Hey guys, have you ever wanted to go and shoot when maybe it's cold outside or raining? Yeah, me too. What about when ammunition was really expensive or you couldn't find it, or both? Yeah, me too. Well, what do? Well, Mantis. They have a very ingenious what they call their Laser Academy training kit. And what you do, it's really simple. It's so simple. You take these little targets, you put them wherever throughout the house or in one spot, whatever you want to do. You got a couple of little tripods here, and then they send you your kit that, of course, I've pulled some of this stuff out already, but they've got a wooden dowel, which for a minute I thought, what's this for? Well, when you put the little laser into your gun, so we asked them for a 9mm because that's what we typically shoot, but you can see you have 223, 45, 380, 40 and 10mm, and also 9mm, so they pretty well got everything covered. They send you your little laser that goes into the barrel, and you close the, so I've got semi-automatic, I don't have single action stuff anymore, which I'll get to that in a second. But the semi-auto, you're going to put this in the gun, and then you're going to close the slide on it just like it would if you had a bullet in it, and once you pull the trigger, of course it hits the little rear end and that fires off the red laser. Well, when you do that and it hits your card, your phone is watching that. So there's an app, it's free, and that phone that you have is watching that target. When the laser hits it, it records it, and that way you know where it landed. So the good thing, I really thought about this, the only drawback that I have found is that with a semi-auto striker fired like a Glock, what I'm using, when I pull the trigger, I've got that one shot of the laser, and then I have to rack the slide again, and it doesn't come out. That's the reason why you got the little dowel rod, so that's a good thing. You don't have to worry about it going all over the place. But that resets the trigger, and then I can draw or whatever, and then I can shoot again. And I thought, well, if you, let's say you put these cards up inside your house, and most people that I know of, I don't know of anybody that is armed, and maybe they've got the gun beside their bed or beside where they see it or something of that nature, and they've ever done any type of live fire to where they pick their gun up and they say, okay, there's a threat, and boom, and they pull the trigger, and of course they shoot a hole in the wall through a wall. Of course they're not going to do that. Well, that first shot, I would hope, would be the most important. And so with that, with a semi-automatic, if I can take my pistol and either from the bedside or beside my chair, whatever the case is, if I can take my gun and I can present and I can have that where I feel like an intruder might be, then I can try to shoot to find out, okay, am I going to be accurate if I do it quickly? So you can have your wife, spouse sitting across the room, and in the middle of a movie they yell, "Now!" And you get your pistol wherever it's at, and then you present and you pull the trigger and you find out where you hit that. So I thought, that's a scenario. Another scenario, in my opinion, would be if you had a single action. Of course, it'd be a lot easier, to do this. So like if you had a 1911 or something of that nature, all you'd have to do is pull the hammer back, right? And then you could fire. But people who do IDPA, well, when you're shooting IDPA, obviously they want you to put more than one round on target. And when you're doing that, you're not cocking it each time, that sort of thing. You're drawing, and you're going to put at least 2 shots typically into a target before you move to the next one. But that first shot, so practicing your draw, your presentation, your trigger control, all of that, obviously there's no recoil, so you're not trying to figure out, okay, where's my follow-up shot going to go? But that first draw, presentation, and that first trigger press, finding out where that's landing, to me, makes me a better shooter. So, with the Mantis, you can carry it with you. So if you're on the road, you're a traveling sales guy, whatever the case is, and you're not flying, you can take this with you. You can practice in the motel room. You can practice, again, not necessarily clearing your house, because then you're going to have to cock it each time. You'd have to have a phone at each target, that sort of thing, to record where you hit. Now, you can see the red laser. So if you didn't have a phone and it wasn't recording, yes, I could go through the house if I wanted to, and a quarter up the room and make my shots and see where the laser hits on the target. You could do that, it's just not recorded. So they do make contraptions that on a striker fired, if I'm correct, when you pull the trigger, it will reset, so you can fire multiple times, and that would probably be the only thing I would add to it. We really appreciate Mantis sending us their Laser Academy Training Kit. It is incredibly well thought out, very nicely packaged. Everything, I mean, these cards are very thick, so it's not like just a flimsy piece of paper. They're very thick. They're not a flimsy piece of paper. And it's just a great training tool. So check them out. Give them an opportunity to earn your business. Seem like great people that we dealt with. And they, like I said, were more than willing to send this out to us and let us try it. Thanks so much, Mantis. Appreciate you guys checking in. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you real soon.